All right, joining me at this time is hip hop artist out of Louisville. He's got a debut mixtape called Late. It's available on SoundCloud right now. I got the homie Studies joining me on
Hello.
the phone right now. What's good, man?
What's up, man?
I'm good. Thank you so much for taking the time and being on the show. I appreciate it, man.
No, it ain't no thing, man. Thanks for having me.
So, I've heard of you through a variety of, I guess, mutual friends, mostly on the Louisville hip hop scene. And I see you got your debut mixtape called Late, and I gave it a
Yes, sir.
listen, and I enjoy the heck out of that mixtape. I ain't gonna lie. It
I
was,
appreciate that.
so we'll definitely get into the mixtape in a matter of moments. But first things first, how did you get started in hip hop?
Well, I've always really been just into music since I was a little kid. I used to sing in plays and stuff when I was in elementary school, and I just always really been infatuated with music and just art. Art period. And I played football in high school and college. So when I got done playing ball in college, I was looking for my next thing to get into, and I started writing poetry, and that just transferred over to the hip hop side of things. And man, I just was working on my craft for so long. Man, it took me like maybe 2 to 3 years before I even was able to tell anybody that I music. And so
That's
that's
dope.
kind of how that started.
That's dope. And just hearing your music with this mixtape, definitely soulful, very conscious, a lot of storytelling, and
Oh,
all of the above is that appealing, and you definitely let people know what you're all about with this record. Talk about working on this mixtape and what made you decide to call it Late.
yeah. Okay, with this mixtape, I don't know if you caught on to like some of them. Well, most of them I was putting the date and time on them when I wrote them. That's when I wrote the songs. And some of like one of them I did in 2015. I wrote it in 2015. And the reason I called it Late is because I feel like I was supposed to binge and drop my music. It took me a long time, like I said, to actually tell everyone that I was rapping and writing music and recording. And then it took me a while to actually release my music because I'm like a perfectionist, when it comes to it. And I really want my stuff to be, oh man, I want it to be received well. I want it to be received the same way I receive great music. And I'm titled it Late because I kind of wanted to put a twist on it, kind of to where it's more like late, but it's late. That's why in my cover art it had me like I'm coming to Louisville. I'm crossing the Ohio River, and it looked like I'm late, but at the same time it's kind of like the world's late on it also. So that's why I titled it Late, and I felt like it was time for me to go ahead and put music out. Man, I got a lengthy catalog now, and I just want to start releasing stuff. I'm releasing an EP next month also.
Okay, that's dope. I'm definitely looking forward to that. So for the time being, this Late mixtape is only can be heard on SoundCloud. Through your
Correct.
through SoundCloud. SoundCloud.com/study music. That's MUSIK. So you could go there, stream it for free, tell your friends about it, tell the hip hop heads about it. Anyone that you know is a hip hop head, and
Yeah, hip hop. Yeah, that's what I need, man. That's a critique. I need them hip hop heads, man. People that's really gonna listen to everything. Go through it with a fine comb and try to pick out some things, man, and give me the feedback. That's what I want.
that's what's up. So I've said so much good things about the Louisville hip hop scene. There's just so much going on there, so much talent on there. With you mixtape out and everything, how do you feel about all that is happening on the Louisville hip hop scene right now?
You said, how do I feel about it?
Yes, sir.
I feel very good about it, man. It's crazy how much talent we have. You know, we had so much talent that I thought it was normal. I thought it was a normal thing just to be in inner cities for people to have a lot of talent like that in the hip hop scene. You know, but we got a lot of talent all over, man. Sports, you know, arts. We got some crazy videographers. We got some. You know, I met someone in Target last night, and he was a screenwriter. You know, it's a guy that was a screenwriter, and he was in Louisville. You know, so we got a lot of talent, man, and I feel like a lot of it's about to be heard, you know, to the masses a lot more because a lot of people are actually getting down to the business side of things more than just, you know, releasing content, and we're helpful. You know, the hip hop scene is helpful. You know, we got some areas, some gray areas out there, but for the most part, everyone's helpful. You know, if someone needs help with anything as far as information, especially on the business side of things, man, anybody that I can talk to, I try to tell them about the business side of it all, you know. And I feel like, man, it's not too many bad things I can say about our the culture in Louisville right now. It's awesome.
Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky is definitely making moves. With artists like Bryson Tiller, Jack Harlow, who I saw perform here in Lexington less than a year ago. He's incredible. And then there's
the homies, his group,
homies.
You know, they dope too.
So I like them. I like Sasha Renee, Jordan Jetson, Rob Lee, Wamil. There's just a plethora of artists, and they also support all one another. Everybody's got a...
Yeah, man, that's the greatest thing about it, man. Everyone supports each other, you know. It's nothing, no funny business when it comes to that.
So, you know, Louisville, shout out to y'all for continuing doing what y'all do. And, you know, I'm a Lexington guy, and, you know, I support my people, but I support all of Kentucky. And I want to see everybody succeed and get themselves out there because, you know, Kentucky, we got a nice scene, you know, of so much talent. And, you know, obviously people think of the country and rock acts and all of that, but we got a pretty dope hip-hop scene. And I feel like Louisville is the forefront of it right now. So, you know, it's just... sky's the limit for y'all, and you know, keep on grinding, keep on doing y'all thing.
Appreciate it.
And I definitely look forward to hearing more from you and with the debut EP and things like that. Now, you being an artist and all, obviously a lot of people got their different tastes, different preference, if you will. You as an artist, like, who are some of your influences as a hip hop artist?
Earlier on, I'll say the first person I heard that kind of changed everything for me was J. Cole when he put out, I think it's Friday Night Lights or something like that.
Yeah.
I heard that the same day. This is crazy. I'll never forget this story, but the same day I heard that was the same day No Ceilings came out. Lil Wayne dropped that No Ceilings, and that's the same day. And I was having a bad day, and my cousin picked me up, and he was playing No Ceilings, you know, and I was like, he's trying to cheer me up, but he's like, man, you hear this new Wayne, you know. I'm listening to him, like, man, that's Wayne. Everybody know Wayne. You know, Wayne going to drop some fire or whatever. But then he played J. Cole, and he's like, man, this dude from North Carolina, yada, yada, yada. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, and the first song I heard was that Light Sleeves. I met this little bad thing, something like that, you know, like we hit that. I'm like, I started looking at the I'm looking at the name. I'm reading the name or whatever in the car or whatever. He's like, yeah. I was like, where you say he's from? He's like, North Carolina. I was like, what's he signed to? He's like, he ain't signed yet. And I was like, that's my first time ever hearing something like that, and it kind of like took me in. And then I went to school. I went to junior college in California, and one of my roommates was playing Kendrick, some early Kendrick before he was even out popping. And once I heard that, man, I was like, damn, I could do this. That's the type of stuff I wanna put out. I only thought rap music. I only saw rap music a certain way. It's like the Wayne, Cassidy, that type. Jay-Z. I thought I only saw it one way. But I definitely have to say J. Cole and Kendrick, man, and Mick Jenkins. I don't know if you know about Mick Jenkins, man. He's dope. He's out of Chicago. And here lately, man, I've been listening to old Nas, like heavy. I've been listening to a lot of Nas, and I've been getting inspired by that too, man. Just with the storytelling and just learning, man. It make me want to pick up. I try to read a lot more now because of him. Because he knows so much stuff, man. He kicks so many gems. So. But that's about it, man. But I gain influence from everywhere, man. I can hear someone and they rapping a certain way, and I can love it, and it's not even my style of music or anything, and that'll inspire me to go and get into my bag a little bit more,
That's what's up, man. It is so surreal that Illmatic, his debut album, is 25 years old.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
That makes me feel old.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I've been listening to that, and like that's why I name myself Study, man. I'll sit on some music and really like just go through it, like front to back, man. People that's close to me, they like, man, why you keep listening to the same thing? Why you keep listening to it? I'm playing it back. I'm trying to gain a better understanding on everything. Why a person said this or why a person said that,
Yeah, and that just shows that you are a true student of the game. Like you really,
oh yeah,
and people like to look at artists of today, but want to just forget about the artists that paved the way for today's artists.
Yeah, I can't at all. I find somebody new every often I'll find about somebody. My mom will tell me about someone, and I'll go and listen to them. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Yeah, and when I started listening to hip hop, I was a heavy '90s East Coast hip hop guy. Like I listened to Young Jay, to Nas, to Mobb Deep, to Biggie, Capone, Noriega, like anyone that was out that was repping New York, I listened to them pretty much. And then eventually I listened to the West Coast with Pac and Snoop and Ice Cube, NWA, and then I started listening to the Midwest, to the Nellies, to the Eminems, to the Big Seans, and then obviously me being born in the South, I listened to some Outkast and some Goody Mob and Scarface. Rest in peace to Bushwick Bill. For sure.
Yeah, man, rest in peace.
So yeah, hip hop has become more than just repping the big city. It's international now. Like it's influenced by so many people around the world. You can't go through a day while you're watching a TV screen and not see a commercial that may have a hip hop beat or a hip hop song. Like that's just how big of a deal hip hop has become. And obviously there's some pros and cons to hip hop, but I feel like there's more good that outweighs the bad. It's just a matter of putting true artists out there and getting themselves heard, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. So everybody go check out the homie Study debut mixtape Late. It is out on SoundCloud right now, and then he's got a debut EP coming at you next month. So next month it's gonna be called Jefferson County. Name of the EP, rapping for his city. So go check it out. And before I let you go, man, go ahead and promote your social media feeds. Where can people get in touch with you through there?
Man, on Instagram at Study, STUDY 4, the number 4, and Facebook at Study, STUDY.
Great chatting with you, man. Congrats on the release of the mixtape. And
Appreciate you, man.
I look forward to the debut EP coming at it next month. Keep doing your thing. Thanks again for being on the show, and continued success, my brother.
I appreciate it, man. Same to you.
You sir. You have a good night.
All right, you too.